writer, musician, life coach, careers advisor. I wear many hats, whatever pays. I'm going to be reading from my collection called Wide Awake in Dreamland. And I wrote this one for my daughter. My first collection was called Original Soundtrack, and that was for my son. Because he was, at that time, he was 18, just about to go off to university. He looked, at that time, he looked like the spitting image of my cousin, who, when he was 18, he passed away. So that kind of stirred up a lot of emotions in me, and that ended up being those emotions I channeled then into a poetry collection called Original Soundtrack. And so that book was very much for him, and it was about my experiences of being a teenager living in an area of like 10,000 people, and there being about 3 Black families. So as you can imagine, I was famous for no particular reason other than the hue of my skin. My daughter, she's doing law at Oxford Brookes University, and she's into horse riding, and she's always going like, I don't really fit in. So this collection I wrote for her because I just thought, do you know what? There's a different approach, a different angle that might resonate more with her, these poems, than my other work. So this one is called The Duel of Nationality. I lost my dad. Oh, can you all hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Louder, please. I'm having problem hearing it.
Be louder? All right, no worries.
Yeah, thank you.
The Duel of Nationality. I lost my dad when I was still a boy. I don't remember him much. He met Mum inside her fish and chip shop. Friday night, he had never had them before. They're not big in West Africa. Saturdays, Mum and Dad used to hang out in the pub down the road. That's why they serve palm wine and Guinness punch in there. Sunday hangover. I put his name into Google to see if anybody knew him. Some people got back to me. Monday, cheap red-eye flights. The heat parched my throat. Tuesday, only love I'm getting is from mosquitoes and rip-off taxi drivers. Wednesday, I found his old school, leaky tin roof. I sat at his desk on a wobbly micro chair where he'd carved all his traditional names. I met his classmates, a crazy bunch, ministers, chancellors and road sweepers. He was voted the most likely to go far. I feel like I know him. Thursday night, lager buddies said it was all a wind-up. If I'd been abroad, how come I'd come back with nothing? No duty-free. Friday night ones were cool, though. We did rum shots in the local, passed around my papers, dual nationality. After the pub, I always go down up the road to my mum's. Badu cod and mushy peas. She cries when I add hot pepper sauce, just like he used to do. So that one is all about, the dual heritage that many of us have. This next one is about my son. It's called Dick Whittington Black version. And it's 89% true. Right. Has anybody seen my boy? Black skin, do-rag on his head, last spotted on a one-way trip to the big bad city, chasing dreams, fame and fortune, like a naive dick. Has anybody seen my boy? APB, no sign in the papers or TV. Text 1, I cut her body in half today, Dad. How do you shave with a razor, Dad? Smiley face emoji. Text 2, I kickstarted a heart today, Dad. How do you deal with a paper cut, Dad? Smiley face with a wink emoji. Text 3, in the cozy electroshock therapy cafe, they danced to Turn Down for What by DJ Snake. No emoji, no smiley face, no knowing wink. No mention of the word dad. No mention if he's ever coming home. Has anybody seen my boy? He's a naive dick. Can't read gang signs, jabbers on about flat lines. Doesn't know it's cheaper to buy a return than 2 singles. Is his journey over? Last known address, somebody got stabbed, dead on the street corner. 6 a.m, knock knock, who's there? 9 a.m. Good Morning Britain TV time. 10 a.m. Letter delivery time. What is 6 a.m.? Bad news distribution time. Deep growl voice. Open up. I need some ID. Or else. Or else what? The coughing, splattering. A fall into my arms, too heavy. A body collapses onto the sofa. I can see the heart beating through the chest. Do-rag covering his hair. Has anybody seen my boy? Hi, Dad. The night coach takes forever. The city has stolen my boy and replaced him with a man. A black man who nobody has heard of. A black man who has seen too much too young. Am I allowed to worry about my son's life when his medic job is to save lives? Thank you. So I wrote that because my son, he's doing medicine in London, and he'd cut a body in half before he'd learned to shave properly. You know, he's phoning up saying like, about like, razor blade techniques. And he's already, and this is after he's already been in the laboratories cutting a body in half and doing all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, and there was he went down to London, didn't hear from him. And, then they find out the area that he's living in. Oh yeah, there was a stabbing there and all sorts. And then he literally turn up exhausted, one-way ticket. If he'd called me, I would give him some money and he could take the train. But hey, that's kids for you. All right, this one's called crowd surfing. And I wrote this one because when I was at secondary school in London, my favourite subject was history. And then I moved to a small town in Oxfordshire. And when it came time to do O levels, I said like, oh, history, what's in the history syllabus for the O level course? And they said, well, we're doing King Henry VIII and we're doing World War II. And so I went like, hey, any sign of any black people in any of these syllabus at all? They went, nah. So I didn't do history. So this one is inspired by that, and it's called crowd surfing. Can't you read the signs? Can't you follow instructions? No crowd surfing. No being carried along by the music. No dirty stinking bass. No Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. No stepping forward, cutting off the ring and jabbing. No worshipping of Martin Luther King Part 2, the one fighting poverty using all colours of the working class. There will be no crowd surfing here. Are you listening? Are you deaf? Mary Seacole, Haiti Revolution, 1804. Do you hear the festival crowd, carnival or battlefield noise? King Musa of Mali, 1280 to 1337, the richest man who ever lived, who gave away so much of what he'd got, he caused a global recession. Are you killing your world with kindness, giving away your gifts so easy? Charles Drew, 1904 to 1950, surgeon developed ways to store plasma, who resigned over blood segregation. Where is your heart? What is pumping through your veins? How are you riding? No crowd surfing, no standing on the shoulder of giants. To get a better view of your apocalypse, the waves. Save yourselves, women and children last. Why can't you read the history books written on your behalf? Is it because nobody ever taught the ABCs of you? Thank you.